Welcome to picturesque Boise, Idaho, a perfect evening for college football. And yes, as you know, the field is blue, and it is also electrified because tonight, the Boise State Broncos open another season at Albertson Stadium. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the San Diego State Aztecs, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Broncos about to kick it away and get this season started. He'll bring it out. It's Hankins. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Aztecs offense will take the first swing of the game. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this.
Wide open spaces. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Guys, let's think just for a minute about big picture San Diego State. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers, like in the past.
There he goes! Pass to Sticks, and he may get more. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
The Aztecs in the hurry up. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the grab. It's Napier. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Inside the 25. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. And the Aztecs trying to cash it in on first and goal. Got his man quickly. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. And the D deny them on second and goal.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers.
Touchdown, San Diego State! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Broncos offense has its first opportunity of the day. And guys, we talk about how tight ends are a quarterback's best friend. Boy, this guy may take friendship to a whole nother level.
Yeah, it's so nice to have a guy that the size, the athletic ability, and here's why it's always so good. Jesse, what do you want to do, man? Put a linebacker on him, put a safety on him. Nowadays, these guys can win, and it just really makes offense so much easier to run, and it goes pretty smooth.
Yeah, you're right. This guy is a matchup nightmare. And it seems like every week defensive coordinators go in and they don't respect his athleticism, and it ends up burning them. They're going to find out the hard way today. If they try to play him and match him up with linebackers and safeties, this dude makes defenses look silly.
Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. It was quite a start for Spencer Danielson in his first full season as head coach at Boise State. 12 wins and a trip to the college football playoff.
And you could see him growing as a coach, and, man, the players loved him. Obviously, Ashton Jeanty is gone from that Dynamite team, but a lot of pieces back in place. I feel like this is a team, Jesse, that we're going to see in this spot a lot more.
Yeah, I agree, David. I think there's a lot of people out there that just think it was all Ashton Jeanty, but you're right. They have a lot of NFL talent returning at other spots, so I still expect this team to be successful.
Quarterback may change this route. Now the play fake. Here's the heat. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. The Broncos line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. A fair catch is called for. It'll give them great field position. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. That time he took a big shot off of the RPO.
And when you run these run-pass options, you want to take a little bit of time to stick it in that running back's belly, read the defense, get him to suck up, and I'm trying to make those big plays down the field. So I like the aggressive attack off the RPO.
He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Not a ton of play calls for 3rd and California when you're on offense. You know you're going to have your quarterback holding on to the football. You really got to think about how you're going to protect him. Offensive coordinator may want to think about using more max protect schemes, get more bodies in to give this quarterback a chance.
Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. We've reached the break. It's San Diego State holding the lead, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll send the tight end in motion. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Madsen. Incomplete, and man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. They punted on their first drive of the game, and now they have to convert on third down to avoid doing it again. From the gun, wants to pass. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Wide receiver going in motion. Running back searching for a hole. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. The Broncos are learning about life after Ashton Jeanty last year with the sensational season, got close to Barry Sanders' single-season rushing yards record. When you change things, how much of an impact could that have on the way they distribute the ball, David?
I mean, they're going to have to find their go-to guys, but here's the thing. You know it's going to be a really good system, and having Mad Dog back at quarterback, a guy that you know you can trust how to distribute the football, knows the plays, a lot of experience back on the offensive line. There's a lot of others that were still here for that playoff run.
Thanks for grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
My old coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Clock now inside 4 minutes as we're getting later in the first half. They'll leave it with him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Broncos want to pick up the tempo. To the air, it's Madsen. Pulls it in, it's Sherrod. Oh man, he goes down and he's going to lose yardage on that one. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understanding they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play, the defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. It's caught. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's busted. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Immediately fires to the middle. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
The Aztecs are on the move. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Under fire. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. It might be a good call later on in the game.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah,
He tries to take the top off. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, at this juncture of the game, obviously the offense has struggled. No points up on the board. You're at the end of the first half, and you're just trying to make something happen. That time the quarterback thought he had a guy open way down the field, but again, the defense in perfect position, and that thing falls incomplete.
Picked off. Trying to take it back. And after the interception return, he gets it down to the 32-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Snagged in the middle. It's Napier. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Aztecs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. They'll immediately call timeout.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And this one is perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer.
And that's a nice end to this first half. Put points on the board, create a little bit of momentum. You're still losing, I know. Go into the locker room, talk about some adjustments, and come out with some momentum.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that Smurf turf, sign me up for another half in Boise. And the undisputed star of the half has been that lockdown corner. The coaches told us how good he was, but I almost think they undersold how impactful he would be. Ultra physical with zero hesitation, and with hands like that, I wonder if they don't think about using him in the passing game at some point. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Albertson Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Aztecs will line up to kick off and start the second half. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove that.
He uncorks one deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. To the air, it's Madsen. Here's the pressure. Quick strike complete. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Broncos headed quickly to the line.
Offense facing fourth down.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. And the Broncos get it past the sticks. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
To the air, it's Madsen. It's complete. There he goes. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
To the air on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. They'll try to get it in with the run. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to throw, it's Madsen. Swings it out to the flat. And the pass is complete, but less than nothing to show for it. They're knocked down behind the line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown. Slams it ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Broncos!
And how about this offense? A big situation on 4th and goal, and you trust your running back. You trust your offensive line. You trust the physicality of this unit, and they reward that trust, and they punch it in for 6.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Texas Tech is showing little remorse for its opponent today. Feels like ever since they arrived at the stadium, that Red Raiders offense has been a buzzsaw. They're up by 25 over UCF. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Bostic. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. And the Aztecs racing to the hurry up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Gives it on the option. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. That'll do it for the quarter, guys, and San Diego State is on top. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. Swapping ends in the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Napier. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Aztecs will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Here's the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Quickly out to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
The Broncos really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Madsen. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Makes the grab. And the Broncos are stopped, but not before getting the 1st down.
All right, 4th quarter now, you're trailing, and a sense of urgency has to go up for everybody right now. A quarterback and wide receiver, you're going to have to hit some of these throws, David, to get back in this game.
Yeah, and when you got the lead on the other side, defense, I'm playing tight coverage, making them earn it. I want that clock to tick. And that was a really good play by the offense. Pretty good coverage by the defense, but I got to make them earn it all the way down the field.
He might want another play. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the 1st half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
To the air, it's Madsen. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
They go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Aztecs want to move quickly. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the third time tonight. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. That'll make it a two-score game at 16-7.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a two-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive.
Going over the top. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion now setting up third down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Looking downfield, it's Madsen. Fires left. A strike downfield. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Making side adjustments here. To the air on first down. He's taking the deep shot. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They just keep firing. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's inside the 40. The 20. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's first and goal. Tight end now in motion. A first down run in the red zone. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Punts it out of the air. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case.